Hi, welcome to this part of my review featuring Mutant Year Zero. If you haven't seen the other parts of my review featuring this tabletop RPG, where you play as a mutated human, trying to survive the post-apocalypse alongside your settlement, the Ark, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we are going to talk about skills. After you skip the horrible explanation, incorrect explanation, telling you that role-playing is a conversation, seriously please check out my RPG Essentials Concepts playlist in the description. It tells you how to roll dice to solve conflicts, tasks, situations. There are 12 basic skills in this game. Any mutant can use this. Furthermore, every role has one unique 13th skill. Every skill is connected to one of these 4 attributes: strength, agility, wits, and empathy. Skills are measured in skill levels from 0 to 5. These skills are endure, force, fight, sneak, move, shoot, scout, comprehend, know the zone, sense emotion, manipulate, and heal. When you use a skill, first describe what your character does or says. Then grab a number of skill dice equal to your skill level, and a number of base dice equal to the current value of the attribute connected to the skill. If you are using the right tool, you also get a number of gear dice. Then just roll all the dice together. Of course, it is recommended that you use different colors of dice for these 3 separate pools. For your action to succeed, you must roll at least 1 6. If not, your action fails. If you roll more than 1 6, you can perform stunts. We will talk about those in a few moments. You can always roll for a skill even if your skill level is 0. Just roll base dice for the attribute, plus any gear dice. The exception to this rule are the role's specialist skills. To use this, you need at least skill level 1. If you roll no 6, something goes wrong. You are now at the Game Master's mercy. The only thing the Game Master can say is nothing happens. Failure should always have consequences. In conflicts, a failed roll doesn't need to have very severe consequences in itself. It's usually enough of a consequence that your attack misses the enemy, making it his turn to act and get back at you. When it comes to rolls without skill, if an action you want to perform in the game does not fit any skill, you and the Game Master should consider if this really is a situation worth a dice roll. If you are desperate to succeed, you can push your roll. That means you can grab all the dice that didn't come up with a 6 or 1 and roll them again. You can only push your roll once, and there could be unforeseen consequences. When you push yourself this hard, there is a risk that you will exhaust yourself in the process, even to the point of breaking. When you push a roll, you suffer 1 point of trauma to the attribute used for every 1 that you have rolled. All 1s count, even the ones in your first roll before the reroll. We will talk about trauma in a future part of this review. But there is an upside too. Pushing yourself to the limit of your ability can release powerful mutant energies in your mind or body. When you push a roll, you also get 1 mutation point for every point of trauma suffered, that is equal to the number of 1s rolled. You need mutant points to activate your mutations, of course. In short, to connect with your mutant powers, you need to push so hard you risk hurting yourself. But if you do, you'll be able to command unstoppable powers. As a general rule, you only get 1 shot at a particular action. Non-player characters use skills just like player characters. The Game Master rolls dice for them. They can push their rolls, suffer trauma, and get mutation points, just like the player characters. To improve your chance of success, you can use gear. A bat to hit someone with, a rope to climb with, etc. When you use a piece of gear and you push your roll, the gear might get damaged. When you push a roll, you must reroll all gear dice that don't show 1 or 6. For every gear die that shows 1 after you have pushed the roll, the gear bonus decreases by 1. The gear has been damaged and is not as effective anymore. Gear dice won't give you mutation points, only base dice do that. If the gear bonus reaches 0, the gear no longer works at all. Keep in mind though that gear can be fixed by gear heads. Sometimes external factors help you to succeed. This gives you extra skill dice to roll. Circumstances could also work against you, of course, applying a negative modifier to your dice pool. So you either get extra dice when your circumstances provide an advantage, or your dice pool is reduced otherwise, when the circumstances are definitely not in your favor. You can also receive help from others in your tasks, but sometimes there could be opposed rolls. Sometimes it's not enough to roll a 6 to succeed a skill roll. In certain cases, you need to overcome your opponent in an opposed roll. To win an opposed roll, the one who rolls more 6s wins. And when you receive assistance from others, you actually get a bonus to your dice pool. Now, what happens when you roll more than 1 6? Because only 1 6 is needed to succeed at a task. Then you get stunts. For each extra 6 that you obtain, you get a stunt. For example, in the case of Endure Strength, while moving through difficult terrain during a long journey, and you make a good roll and perhaps you roll 3 additional 6s, for every 6 you roll, you can help a friend, player character or non-player character, in the same situation as you. In the case of Force Strength, when moving wreckage or debris out of the way, now you obtain stunts such as you push or throw the object with great force. One target of your choice within arm's length suffers damage equal to the number of extra 6s. Or, if applicable in the situation, you find or reveal a hidden passage or object just underneath the wreckage or debris. The game master decides what it is. So there is a lot of flexibility when it comes to these stunts, and it also depends on the context. And this concludes this part of the review. In the next part, we are going to talk about talents and mutations. I really like the way skills are handled in this RPG. You feel rewarded for those extra 6s that you usually obtain through clever play, putting the circumstances in your favor so that you get as many dice to roll as possible. This also means there could be plenty of heroic moments, even though the setting is quite gritty and bleak, perhaps unforgiving. Thank you for watching this part of the review, and thank you for your likes and your comments. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. This has been Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. If you want me to run a game for you, please check out the pinned comment below. And remember, it is better to roleplay and fail in character than not to roleplay and fail as a player. Once again, thank you, and see you later.